Well, guys, just stay on. We need to take a bit of a break from technicals and get back to fundamentals. The stock that we've been tracking for a while now is 8K Miles. That stock has had a phenomenal up move. It's up 250% in the last 1 year. And the fundamentals of the company have also been pretty strong. So the quarter gone by, the company has seen a revenue growth of 20% and a profit growth of almost 30%. This graph doesn't do justice. Yes, this is the graph that does more justice. 250% higher in the last 12 months. Suresh Venkatachari, the chairman and CEO of 8K Miles, joins us now to talk about the way forward. Mr. Venkatachari, good morning and thanks for joining us. I wanted to first ask you about your acquisition of NextSage Technologies. Can you tell us how much you can scale it up in the next, say, 3 to 6 months, and what kind of margins will you be able to eke out, thereby contributing to your consolidated numbers as well?
Sure. The NextSage integration was completed in the month of October. And we started to really ramp up our life science validation as a service offering. In fact, we launched a new service called Validation Service, which automates the complete IP validation for the pharma and life science industry. We would expect at least 6 to 9 months before it can contribute a good growth to our top line as well as our bottom line. And also the NextSage competency is actually adding a lot of value even in our Cloud Easy RX platform. So it's a perfect synergy. In terms of monetary growth, we would expect to see at least about after 6 months' time, it can contribute a significant growth.
Okay. Hi, Suresh. Morning and thanks for joining us. What about the overall revenues? You all posted a decent quarter-on-quarter revenue growth, 21%. YOY was, of course, even much more impressive. Is this the run rate we should expect, 21%? Can you maintain this doubling of revenues?
Well, we would love to do that. Actually, we are putting all necessary measures. In fact, we restructured our business operation into multiple SBUs, strategic business units, focus on each platform of our service, like our Cloud Easy platform, our healthcare platform, and also like a managed services and healthcare consulting services, and also analytics.
What should one expect in terms of revenues in, say, FY17? Okay, I think there's a technical problem there. We should get back to 8K Miles in just a minute.
The market has dipped into the red, Lata, so the Nifty is now in the red.
Mangalam, we'll touch base with you in a bit because we have 8K Miles back with us. So just hold on to your thoughts for a minute. Suresh, you were telling us about your revenue growth. What kind of a run rate should we expect of all of FY16 and more importantly in FY17?
See, Lata, I think all our efforts and the strategy is going to increase the similar run rate what we have accomplished in the past year. I think for this current quarter, we should be able to continue the similar growth what we have done. And in the next year is very critical, as you said. Actually, we are scaling up with our strategic business units to address the growth. And also we have increased our offering, new offering, which can able to bring us recurring revenues over a period of time. And the growth is actually mainly due to the large enterprises where we have a kind of building the entire cloud competency center, whereas against doing a migration work. So we are building the cloud competency center inside the enterprise to grow between a 3 to 5 years period horizon where they can able to move all their workloads into the cloud and also do a business transformation. So that is one of the thing probably which could able to...
I'm looking for, would it be 250 crores this year, 350 crores next year? What should we brace ourselves for?
I think you always do a lot of analytics actually. Probably I would like to beat your expectations, Lata. At the moment we don't give any financial guidance actually. What I can only tell you is the pipeline is very healthy. And we see a growth inside the enterprise where the entire cloud market itself is growing at more than 20% compound annual growth. And we are seeing the similar bigger players actually also growing. Amazon and Microsoft is actually estimating their growth very significantly in the cloud area. This will actually bring down to the people like us who provide cloud solutions on top of the major platforms.
Okay, so that's good to know that you are expecting to, you will perhaps beat our expectations. That's always a good thing. Just wanted to know a little bit about your acquisitions, because in the last 12 months, you've acquired 3 firms, but that's in the health and pharmaceutical space. I understand that you're looking for an acquisition in the BFSI space as well. Can you give us any indication of a timeline? Will it be in 2016 or will you wait for 2017?
As I said earlier, actually, we continue to always look at for opportunities, okay, to increase our domain expertise as well as to the customer reach. So we constantly evaluate companies, but we always look at for the perfect synergy. So it's very difficult because we evaluate several companies before we make any decision actually move forward. And very important, the acquisition is very, very important to our growth. The reason being is that time is a very critical essence, and the next 12 to 18 months, whoever the player can reach a significant position will grow much more aggressive. Because the cloud is not about just a bunch of people, it's about technology, processes, and IP. So that's where we have a very strong capability, and with the addition of acquisition, which will quicker take us to the market very quickly. So we do always constantly look for it. I don't have currently anything which is coming in the pipeline, but we constantly look for possible acquisitions actually.
All right, we'll touch base with you when something swims into your ken. Thank you very much for joining us, Suresh, with thoughts. So 125 crores last year in terms of revenues. When I asked 250, he said we would like to beat your expectations. So it's going to be better than doubling numbers. That's a very strong performance. We have to take a break. I haven't done that in a bit, but we will come back and analyze those numbers that Agam gave us in terms of expectations for HUL.